Hi guys, it's Dave at Humble Trekker channel. How you doing today? What is the fundamental difference between a standard baseplate compass and a mirror sighting baseplate compass? Which one should you choose and why are they different? A mirror sighting baseplate compass is basically a baseplate compass with a mirror attached and sighting points to enable you to more accurately take a bearing or triangulate yourself on your landscape using a map to find your exact location. Now, this is a more accurate compass than a standard baseplate compass, but I would say for most people the baseplate compass is still the most useful and the compass you should be using, and if you're buying your first compass, the first compass you should be using. The reason for this is that a lot of people, and you'll find videos on YouTube saying this is a more accurate compass, this is the compass you should use. True, it is the more accurate compass, but it's in context. This is a more accurate compass for long distance viewing, for long distance bearing taking, for long distance triangulation. The absolute and additional finite accuracy you get from a mirror compass is not significant for most navigation that we do, most situations you'll find yourself in. That is because navigation, land navigation, is based upon relational navigation and contextual navigation. You move towards a landmark, an extremely significant landmark, for example a road, or less significant, or a road or river used as a backstop for example, or a less significant landmark. You move towards a tree or a clearing, something not marked on a map, but it's within eyesight and it's within your bearing line. And because you're always moving to something that is relational to your last position, you move towards that next position, and then from that position you find something which was relational to that. And that accuracy, the distance of that accuracy, or the size of that landmark, that significant landmark, means you do not have to be accurate down towards 1 to 2 degrees. The human way of moving across land means absolute accuracy from your compass is not needed. Why is the mirror sighting compass more accurate? For two reasons. One is a functional reason. You have down here a little hole which is a sighting hole, like a sight on a rifle or pistol. You also have another one up here, and for nighttime use there's glow in the dark markers. This means you sight your compass by pointing it directly at the landmark you want to sight towards, and depending on the size of that landmark you either use the little hole there, or you use the top, or you use both of them together, and you put the mirror at 45 degrees. And on most compasses, modern good quality compasses, there's a cross on the mirror, and you get that cross directly located over the pivot, the center of the magnetic needle. And as you aim, you then rotate the compass housing so that the magnetic needle sits directly and parallel within the inscribed red north arrow on the base of the housing. This means you can do all of your sighting, manipulation of the housing without taking the compass away from the direct positioning of it, the sighting of it, to your landmark. Contrast that with a baseplate compass. With a baseplate compass, you have to make two movements. You hold it out at arm's length, you point it, and then you bring it down. You move the compass housing red needle to sit above the magnetic needle. Then you bring it back, you look again, you look again, you look again. So you can see with that movement backwards and forwards, you're not going to be as accurate as you are with the mirror compass, where you do all of the aiming and the manipulation of the compass housing without moving the compass. Simply put, that is why the mirror compass is more accurate. So then, with that being said, I fully 100% admit the mirror compass is more accurate than a baseplate compass. Why do I hold steadfast that the first compass you should buy, the compass you should learn to use, is a baseplate compass? And that's because, and this is the context that a lot of people miss out on when they say this is more accurate. This is more accurate over long distances. When you want to accurately triangulate yourself on a map, and then you're in a plain situation, a mountainous situation, when you've got a very distant horizon or a medium horizon that you're sighting towards, then you need to use a mirror compass, because your moment of error, your degree of error that you could be out could be quite significant if you're using a base plate compass. When I say what's the degree of error, the improvement of accuracy you'll get if you're a trained user, an average trained user, using this. And when I say that, this is something you need to train to use to become accurate with it. It's like shooting a rifle or a pistol. The more you use it, the better you'll get with it. But a trained user, an average user, a reasonably experienced user, they're going to get an accuracy with this which is significantly higher than this, and I would say +5 degrees. This is going to give you plus or minus 5 degrees worse positioning than this for an average user, even up to +- 10 degrees using this for an average user over this. So no doubt about it, this is more accurate. But we get down to, where do we do most of our navigating, or where do you do most of your navigating? And I do most of my navigating in these wooded areas or hilly areas where I probably can't see more than 50 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters at most. And I'm taking many bearings all the time. When that is the case, this is absolutely the winner, because it's fast, very quick, very light. You're always pulling it out. You're taking a bearing, you're checking a bearing. With this, if you need to pull this up and do an accurate bearing all the time, it takes time. And when you're walking, when you're moving, when you're traversing, you don't want to do that. All you need is a base plate compass to basically keep you on track until you get to the next landmark, and then you keep moving. I thought of a little idea here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up on the monitor screen, by the magic of YouTube, I've chosen random terrains from the internet. I've downloaded images from the internet of just random terrains, and I'm going to pull them up, and as I see them, it's going to be completely random for me, so it's going to be a little bit of test for me, and I'm going to say whether I would use a mirror sighting compass or a base plate compass in that environment. Let's do it together. It'll be a little bit of fun. For this exercise, assume we've got a map of the area, and it will be the relevant scale for the landscape we're in, for the area we're in, and we can also choose either a base plate compass or a mirror compass. That's the ground rules. So first picture, I'm in a deciduous woodland, looks like Northern Europe somewhere, could be anywhere Northern America too. And obviously for this one, based on everything I've told you so far in this video, this is a no-brainer. This is a base plate environment. Okay, the randomness is not really showing up here, but again, this is a deciduous forest in the fall, and this is again very poor visibility, base plate compass environment all day long. Okay, this is good. This is a little bit more exciting. Now you see here we're in a desert, a savanna type environment. We have some landmarks in the far distance. There's one mountain to the left hand side there. There's a closer little bump hill to the right hand side. Here you would get a great advantage of having long distance accuracy from your compass. So for this environment I would take the mirror base plate compass. D, farmland, fields, somewhere in Europe or North America. It's not a close-in terrain, but as you can see it's a flat area without any landmarks on a distant or a medium horizon. You can see we've got some man-made landmarks. It looks like a farmhouse and a difference. There's a pond there. For this area, base plate compass all day long. Okay, now this is a little bit interesting. Now you can see here we're in we do have some mountains on the horizon, but in the forefront we also have mountains, and this could be northern Sweden, it could be the Lake District in the UK, somewhere like that. And here you might be tempted to say, well, this, you can take sightings here on the horizon at quite a distance, so a mirror compass would be an advantage here. But actually you've got so many peaks here that you can choose from. You've got the two in the the near front, the forefront, and then in the distance you've got other peaks, and you've got some in the medium distance to the left and right and right in front of you. With a map, you'll be able to triangulate yourself very accurately, because you'll be able to take multiple triangulation points, and you'd quite accurately be able to locate yourself using a base plate compass in this particular type of landscape. But this is kind of like a 50-50. You may also want the added reassurance of accuracy of a mirror compass in this location. But base plate compass here, because you can take multiple triangulations and you're quite close to the mountains, that would work fine here for you too, I believe. Here I'm on a prairie or savanna, a grassland, no landmarks close to me, distant mountains. Here, if I wanted to triangulate myself, pinpoint my location on the map on this what looks like a large prairie, I would really want a mirror compass to give myself the best chance of locating myself accurately with grid coordinates on my map, taking triangulations from the mountains in the distance. So here, mirror compass, as said, long distance accuracy, use a mirror compass. This is definitely a long distance accuracy environment. G, here we've got rolling hill land. There's a building in the far distance, farmland. I would use a base plate compass here. You would probably climb to one of the tops of these hills here. Looks like it's got vineyards on the sides of the hill. You'd get no advantage here with a mirror compass. It's not, you can't sight that far. You're going to be moving up and down rolling valleys. Base plate compass will be fine here. Okay, looks like some desert in North America, or maybe in Africa, savanna in Africa, prairie, savanna, plains type area. And again, here you see you can take triangulations of mountains in the distance. There's a couple of landmarks in the near distance, but definitely here, long distance accuracy, I'll be using a mirror compass as my preference here, so I can accurately triangulate and pinpoint my position on the map. Again, a similar type of landscape as the last one, and another prairie, plains type environment, mountains in the far distance on the horizon. I'd want to use a mirror compass to accurately pinpoint my position using triangulation in this type of landscape. So another area where the mirror sighting compass would come into its own and show its best performance. Here, this is another one. This is like a 50-50 decision again. It's not an obvious base plate advantage, mirror compass advantage, but I would say here base plate is going to do you fine, because you can, it looks like there's plenty of landmarks in the near distance, not too far away, that you can triangulate from. That looks like if you've got a map, you're going to very accurately be able to locate yourself on the map without needing to triangulate yourself or pinpoint yourself on the map. So here you could navigate very functionally using a base plate compass, but if you wanted the additional backup of a mirror compass, then this is a 50-50 decision you'd make yourself. Right, back to the live action. If you've got a little bit of doubt about my opinion that this base plate compass is more than accurate enough for the context probably the average person is navigating in, don't forget this fact, is orienteers, the sport of orienteers, world champion orienteers, all orienteers, whatever level they use, whatever level they're at, they do not use mirror sighting compasses, and yet they can win gold medals. They use base plate compasses, and in fact they use even more simplified compasses than a base plate compass. They use thumb compasses and wrist compasses. Check them out, I'll leave a link in the description box. If you needed a mirror compass for accurate navigation, for the average type of navigation average people do, then the world championship orienteers would be using them, wouldn't they? Cover a few more points. The mirror base plate compass, it is a base plate compass with the addition of a mirror and to give you more accurate long distance sighting. That's it. That's the basic brass tacks of the thing. You still use the 1, 2, 3 silver method when you're navigating with this. and they're also useful because they do give you a mirror, so when you're camping you can get something out your eye or something like that. So there's other uses to having the mirror. But first compass, the compass you learn to use should be your base plate compass. Don't let people tell you you need to use a mirror sighting compass to get accuracy. You don't. You can get perfectly adequate accuracy from your base plate compass. That being said, you want to use a mirror compass, use a mirror compass. They're cool. You do get very accurate readings, but you don't need that accuracy. If you want to use a mirror compass, go for it, use a mirror compass. I'm not being negative about them. I'm just saying that don't believe the hype that these are more accurate and you need to use these for accuracy. You don't. You can do everything you need to do with a base plate compass. That's my belief. Till the next time, take it easy.